All right, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Minetest, gameplay of sorts. Yes, and today I'm trying to start my timer. And today we are out at the modern world. We're going to look at a new skyscraper. Yes, we are. But first, a couple comments from the gallery of folks. On the one video, somebody had put violence is fun. It says, you know what Ford stands for? Fix it again, Tony. Actually, that's Fiat. Fix it again, Tony. And I don't know why I'm lagging so bad. Oh, this is not going to work. This episode is going to be horrendous. We will salvage it. I am on the Mac because I am fed up with OBS Studio and Windows. So one of the problems that I'm having is, well, let me get through the comments first before I make my rant. As you notice in the, look at that. How cool does that look at night? So there was an issue in my medieval world with the 3D armor. It looked like the person was sunk into the ground. Actually, what it was, because I played with it before I updated the mod, and actually what it was the person was sitting down. So that's why it looked like a dog scooting across the carpet. And what made it real cool was, so that was, I'm going to take a wild guess here. It says DR4 DPET, Dr. Ford DPET, veterinarian maybe? Animal lover? Thank you for your suggestions. It turns out that the mod developer Stu for 3D Armor does have different branches for 4.16 and 17 and 5.0. And the version that I was using was 4.11. So I upgraded to 4.12, and lo and behold, the 3D Armor issues have been taken care of. The player is standing upright and all fixed. The universe is balanced again. So thank you very much for that update. And the reference, choose wisely, for if you choose the right one. Oh, where is it? I'm looking it up. Just look at my building for a second here. But choose wisely, for while the true mod will bring you life, the false mod will take it from you. Yes. Indiana Jones. And it was the one with, oh, that's a very poor imitation of, oh, who's the Bond dude? And he was in, the movie with Highlander. There can be only one. I can't think of the guy's name. Nor do I care at this point. Yes. I'm Bond, James Bond. I can't think of the dude's name. Let's see if Siri. Hello, Siri. Oh, I just activated everybody's iPhones. Oh, oops. I won't be able to do that. So, I put an awning over on this building, and you can see the detail. I'm gonna switch to daytime now since it's so cool at night. But I put these back in because I think it gave it just a little bit more kick, but it makes it look old-fashioned-y. And I put window ledges on all the windows all the way around. And I think that gives it just enough detail. So I'm going to finish this area over here with like plants and gardens and such like that. So I ended up putting on an awning of wool that I cut in the said table saw. And it turned out pretty cool, except for I'm not really thrilled with this part here. I wish it went up a little bit more, but I will work on that. So that is taken care of. And we have this area over here. I put some trees in. I ended up filling. Why does this guy do that? It never did that. It gets dark, it gets light. I don't know. Never did that, but that's all done. I filled in that area back there. I got rid of the the little pond and stuff that was back there and made it look more realistic, because I'm going to really have to flatten this area out. Now over here, there's going to be a building over here, and it's going to take advantage of this landscaping over here. But I'm going to need more room because I only have 2 buildings here, and already I'm starting to feel the constraints of space. So it's a 16-story building, and it sort of turned out the way it was supposed to from the game Zombie Tsunamis. However, the proportions are off a little bit. Let's see. The other comment was, and I'm going to completely butcher this name. So I apologize in advance. And Hatibu Farkas from Hungary is trying to send a 6 megabyte screenshot of his Minetest world. The cool thing about it is not only that because he's from Hungary, is that he's got 3 monitors and he's playing Minetest across 3 monitors. How cool is that? To be totally immersed in, in the surroundings and everything. So I did see the thumbnail because it did register through on the form. I didn't know that the form builder that I'm using, the plugin for WordPress, had a limit of 6 meg. So you could either try cutting it down a little bit or resizing it down a little bit, or sharing it on like Dropbox or Google Docs or something like that, where I can get a shareable link, and then I can just pull the file down and go from there. But I am kind of judging from the thumbnail that did make it through. It looks pretty awesome to have that much screen real estate. So, and that brings up a thing: where is everybody at in the world? So we know Hungary. I've had people from Spain. There was a French commenter once. Now, somebody in Japan had commented on my Japanese castle video. So that is really cool. So thank you very much. And hopefully everybody put in the comments what country you're from. It'd be really cool, because most of my viewers are in like England. There's Norway. United States. There's a couple in Russia. Let's see, not Sweden. Norway, and yeah, they're up there. Iceland. There's one. So it's really cool to know where everybody's at. So this building, the inside, like on the other side here, is going to be a cafeteria or a cafe for all the people in the building, and for people that are coming off the street. And then over here is going to be like retail. So we can have retail shops set up, and it can be subdivided. And in OBS Studio, so I was over here, and there was a pack. I kid you not, there was like 2 or 3 wolves, like a small pack of wolves trying to attack me through the glass. As a matter of fact, it looks like there's one of them. There's the other one. They expired. See, I won. So this could be subdivided up into little shops and stuff, and there's 16 floors, so there's a vast a bunch of spaces. So you come down here, there's men and women's bathrooms. I haven't done the floors yet down here. And how I did this, because over here is the stairwell. So this stairwell, I used these stairs from the Industrial Bridges mod, one of my favorite all-time mods. And the problem is how I did this is I did the first 2 floors, and then I had a wall around here, which I wanted to see how that would work. But this wall is, this ledge is 2 blocks. So I had a white wall going around here, and I copied the first floor and then just stacked it 16 times. So I needed something inside here that was going to be able to, when I replicated it, the stairs were going to match up and go up all 16, because there was no way I was going to go up 16 stairs you know, put in 16 flights of stairs when I didn't have to. So the elevators are on each floor. However, I don't have them programmed in. We're going to go to the top floor. And it says I'm at 23. But we are going to go to the top floor, the real top floor. We are out at the top floor. The cool thing about this is that the views, however, you can see the fog kicks in. I only have a 100 block limit, but the views are phenomenal up here. Yes, they are. Because I did them. Now, the reason why I'm recording this video again is because OBS Studio has been acting up ever since a Windows update. And from what I could read in the forums, look at that view. Unreal. So what I could find in the forums was that there was a problem with WebSockets and something going on with permissions. So they had said, start OBS in administrator mode and run it there. So I tried it after 3 attempted fails. And there's a vent over here. An actual vent that goes up, and I will show that right there. Oh, I'm standing on the sink. Sorry. So there's an actual, I did that after 3 failed attempts, wasting an hour and a half of recording time and losing. So what it would do is no matter what I would set it on, MKV, MV4, whatever, it would stop recording after like 10, 15 minutes. And then it would, it just would hang. So you won't know. That's the weird part. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that cool? On the more lights. There you go. So it would just hang. And I couldn't do anything. It wouldn't stop the recording. I had to go into task kill and kill it. So the Mac to the rescue. So we had the stairs come up and they go to the roof. And I built this in the failed video. I built all this area in the failed video. That was a video. So what I did is I put some, I found these chests. Now in the pipe or in the tube, pneumatic tubes, there is a pass through. So we have airtight panel. I could have used that. However, that's not actually the effect I was looking for. I wanted it flush because this goes out to the roof vent. Then there's a chimney over here, and I use a chest over here because it had to be flush. This is like the air exchanger unit. So you can go all the way around. It's got, I use the supports from the Bridger mod. And so a workman can come up here, or a maintenance person, and can check out the furnace. And these are from the Slats mod. All the mods, you can find links to all the mods that I use on my mods used page. That will get you to the actual mod site. My industrial bridges. So we come out here, and we have a lot of area out here. Here's going to be a water tank. There's going to be I'm going to build a water tank out here. I haven't figured out how I want to do that yet. Do I want like a sphere? Do I want a round? I probably could do 5. Let's see if I can pull this off. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. 3. Yes, I know how to count. Because in the center, right here, we're going to label this 1. Now let's see if I can, what is that block called? Wrought iron block. And I selected the wrong thing. How my day has been going. It's really strange because I can do a sphere or dome or a cylinder. I'm going to do a cylinder. And we're going to call it wrought iron. Let's see if it'll find it. No, it won't find it. Of course not. Was it capitalized? Wrought iron block. Okay, the I and the B. W R O U G H T. Isn't that how I spelled it? I don't know. Oh, W R O U G H T. The I was, there it goes. Wrought iron block. Length. 5. Radius of 5. Hollow cylinder. Boom. Cool. So you do get to see me build a little bit. So, what is that gap? Why is there a gap? That's too big. Oh, I am so glad that it didn't. I don't know why. Well, it's unusable because there's a gap in between. I can't use that. And I made it too big anyway. So we are going to go back in and we are going to say air to get rid of it. No position 1 selected. Yeah, didn't I? Obviously, I did not. Hollow cylinder. So we got rid of that. I don't know why. Let's look for a suitable material. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to call it white baked clay. Because with white baked clay, I can put a design on there. So 1, and we are going to restrict it. So we want a cylinder. Let's go WH white baked clay. It should find it. No, it didn't. Stone. See, I have a problem. That's not the correct stone. Now that did fix it in. If I do cobble, see, that's full. We're going to do cobble. We're going to say length 5, radius of 3. We're going to do a hollow cylinder. So there. Because I'm tired of messing with that. And what did it do? I can change it later. I should just done it myself. I'd say that's a good tank. So I'm going to go in and change it. I wonder if I could do replace. Because what I want is I can take the replacer and why didn't I think of this? I wanted to try to create a cylinder. So the cylinder is going to, the cylinder will, let's see, POS 1. Oh, cool. Now I go to the other side. You know what it's not going to do? It's not going to work. POS 2. It worked. We are going to stack this by 4. There we go. Now we have our tank. Now, because I'm still playing around with 4.17, 4.16, this world was made on. It didn't do it. Why am I such a failure at these things? It's because of where I place my dude. Now in here, we're going to come up. Yes, this is some cool stuff. Now this should do what I want. If not, I'm going to be pretty upset. So what we are going to do here, we're going to fill it with water. However, oh, this is if we go into the pipe mod and we look for pipe, we do have pipe segment, and the phone doesn't ring. We have a pipe segment and we have an airtight pipe. We also have a water pump we could play with. So in the middle here, we are going to put in this, and we have to flip it. There we go. That will work. And I'm wondering if I can get away with, so it'll do that. However, we are going to do this here, because I'm going to, oh, come on. Really? There we go. So what I'm going to do, I kid you not, I'm having a rough day. All right, so there. So we have our realism. Yes, I am all about the realism. We are going to move these in one to make it look cool. Something tells me I didn't do it right. There we go. Now that's too far in, isn't it? You know what we're going to do? We're going to put it, we're going to leave it where it was. I'm not messing around with this anymore, because I want to show off the other parts of this tower. So there's our tower, and I'm going to make it real pretty on the top, and I'm going to put like a line through there, but we are going to fill it with water. For added realism, I'm going to put a top on there. Now you see that's what I'm going to do. Get rid of this real quick. This line here. And we are going to try something here. So if I come out here, if this works, it's going to be really cool. Sort of. We are going to call this one. We are going to go in here. We are going to create a sphere. A sphere, radius 3, cobble, hollow sphere. I don't know if this is going to work. Well, it's too late now. That was stupid. Because I could have done that myself. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to fix that. I am going to have to fix that. I said hollow. It took it away. No problem. Just another failure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this go up into a sphere. I'm going to close this off with a kind of rounded roof. And I could do that myself. I don't even know why I played with that. To make the top of the water tower. That'll work. So we come up here. So this will have water in it. And it will look authentic. Because, and you can't see the pipe. There it is, the pipe. Oh, the pipe goes down into the... Ooh. I didn't think about that. Of course I didn't. The the pipe goes down into here. No worries. I will play with that. So up here on the, oh no, we got to come back in here. So So we have our little work center up here on the roof. And our furnace, our air exchanger unit. We have a little area for the maintenance technicians and engineers to work. The phone won't ring. No problem. I don't like phone calls anyway. We have a little storage chest. This is from the industrial bridges along with the trapdoor, which I love that trapdoor. That looks so cool. We got some ventilation up here. We have chimney and air coming up from the heat exchanger unit. And we have these tower antennas. I had a lot of fun building these. So what they are is, this is an imitation cell phone tower. I wish I could put like a white block, a thin white block here to represent the cell, the actual antenna. But this is similar to like a TV antenna. And all I did was on the Bridges mod, it comes with a foundation. And I didn't put a block back here because it would glitch with the tiles. That's one thing. We have the small supports. It goes up into the actual tower, the cell antennas, and then like a TV type of tower, a UHF. I want to try to replicate a microwave dish, because off in the distance, where the fire lookout tower is, I want to put a microwave dish onto there, and they would link up. Sort of in real life. Oh, I know how to fix that. I'll just curve the tube. So, because on top of skyscrapers, they would have a gravity-fed water system. You know, for realism. And we put on a little beacon. I don't know what mod that comes from. That is from infrastructure. It's the aircraft warning light. So basically anything 100 feet up in the air, buildings, any kind of tower or anything else in the United States, FAA regulations, you have to have a warning beacon. Those are cool. So that takes care of that. So that is just about going to do it. So how I'm going to solve this little debacle is get rid of that, put a white block back here, and then I'm going to take my pipe. That's a fountainhead. I'm going to take my pipe segment and problem solved. You gotta love it. Out of failure comes triumph. There we go. So now all I have to do is figure out how I want to bring it into here. It's capped off right now, and where I want to take it. So that works. Go figure. And it's going to keep this video right. So I'm going to put like a ring around this, a nice little design, and put a cap on here to make it that, and put some water in there. Oh, I had this to play with. So we are going to take a spin around the building one last time. It won't put it there. There we go. Did it connect? No, of course not. It will not connect because there we go. How's that for realism? And there's our water pump. I like it. I'm going to think about putting a different floor up here, obviously. So we are going to take a fly around. Little fly around to end this video off. So that looks really cool. I'm going to have to, I want to put a couple other things up on the roof, but that'll look better when I put a small roof on here, when I put the water in here. So that'll take care of that. That'll take care of the water. The building looks good. Proportionally wise, I think I because I wanted to keep that ridge around each floor. It's 3 blocks. I think that's where I could have lessened that. But other than that, I am really, really excited on how this area is turning out. I am going to have to make this other area. I'm going to have to really flatten this out and do some excavating, because, and if anybody knows a way of like changing a biome from snow to, let me know, because if these 2 buildings are this big and I plan on putting a bigger skyscraper, that's really going to put a hassle or a hamper on the size constraints. So there you have it. That is looking mighty, mighty cool. I wanted to get that out of the way because I want to do a screenshot. I want to get the antennas in and everything else, because I always forget to do a screenshot. There we go. We have 2 screenshots. So there you have it. There is a look at the updated updated condos and the new office building, and go from there. So that's going to do it for this episode. And luckily, the Mac saved the day as usual. And this isn't, I don't know if I should blame OBS Studio, or, you know, if they should take a brunt of the why it's only working on there. And it was after a patch, Super Patch Tuesday on Windows. I still can't run Linux on that machine. There's still some problems with the BIOS, and I don't have an SSD for it. So I'm still working on upgrading that so I can get that machine onto Linux and get Solus running on it, or whatever distribution I want to fall on. But it really angers me that you don't know whether or not the video is going to fail or not. That's the hard part. You know, if you knew, you could cut it, but doing a half-hour episode or recording something, and streaming works fine. You know, you just lose it on that. So, all right. So everybody have a fantastic day. Remember to leave in the comments what country you're from. It'd be really interesting to see how far around the world we have viewers, and go from there. So thank you very much for watching. And next episode, I'm going to have an episode of the medieval series and an episode of the modern series, and go from there. So thank you again. And until the next video, goodbye.